welcome back to my channel. So today for you I have the first in a video series where I'm going to be telling you about the little and simple changes that I'm making to my lifestyle to live a little bit more sustainably. Now, in the past I've had already a couple of videos where I talk in length about a single topic, such as using castor soap for shampoo or using a reusable coffee cup. But there's also some really small changes that I'm making to my lifestyle which don't warrant a whole video, but I like to let you know about them anyway, just to show you how they're contributing to me having less impact. So what I'm going to do in these videos, I'm just going to collect the things that I'm maybe changing in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then I'm just going to bring them to you and tell you about how that's hopefully having less impact on the planet. So let's just get started on that today. So one of the important topics in sustainability is to think about how we can do things in a way that means that we create less landfill. Now, if any of you guys go out running or doing some other kind of sport outside, what you might know is that taking your keys, they make a whole lot of noise when you're moving around. And so I go running quite a few times a week, and what I started noticing was that I was just getting really annoyed with all this noise that they were making. And so a while ago I started just wrapping up my keys into some kitchen roll before I go out, and it just means that they don't make any more noise. But I was also then just throwing this paper away every time. So I wanted some kind of reusable thing to wrap them up in, and what I noticed was I have lots of old socks which I was going to throw away anyway. So what I thought was I'll just cut one of these in half. It creates this nice little pouch where I can just throw my keys in before I go running, wrap them up, and then when I put them in my pockets they won't be making any more noise. Alright, so how much of an actual difference is this making that I'm not throwing away this kitchen roll every time I go running? So I found out that the average kitchen roll piece is somewhere between 2 and 2.5 grams. I'm running between 2 and 3 times a week, so over the year this comes to at least about 260 grams. Now you might know that my goal with this channel, or one of them at least, is to try and produce less landfill waste over the year. So just to get rid of this 260 grams by making this small change is really nice to me. I'm really happy with that. Alright, so let's move on to the second change that I've made recently. Whilst I'm studying and doing work for this channel, I'm funding myself by doing a part-time job in a cafe. Now there's many people working at the same time and we all have our glasses to drink some water from, and sometimes if you're away then someone might put your glass into the wash accidentally. And so what I started to do was just to put my name on a sticky note and stick that on my glass so that everyone knows it's mine, and then I can keep using it throughout the day. But what I started thinking was that it's a bit unnecessary to use these sticky notes every single day that I'm working. So I decided to stop doing that lately so that I'm not throwing those away every day. Yes, my glass might get put in the wash, but then I'll just get a new one, that's fine. So these sticky notes, they're not very big, they don't weigh very much, but they're still going to landfill. And I did some quick calculations and I think it came to about 20 grams that adds up to over a year. So not as big as the kitchen roll that I'm using for my running, but it's still nice to just get rid of that waste because it's unnecessary. Okay, so the third and final thing that I want to let you know about in this video is not something I do every day, but it was a one-off item, and that was this set of weights that I had. Now over the last half year I've changed my exercise routine in a way that means that I don't really need them, so I was looking for a way to get rid of them. Now I think maybe a year ago I would have just thrown this into landfill, but as you can imagine there's a lot of energy that's required to make these iron weights and to transport them all around the world. So what I did was I just took them to the recycling centre. There's this area where you can leave things that you no longer need, whether it's kitchen items or furniture. So I left it there, and then hopefully someone will find it and make use of it instead of buying a new set from online or from a shop. So this is just one way that I've hopefully had a positive impact by making someone not need to buy a new set of weights. Alright, so that is it for this first video in this series. So I won't be using any more kitchen roll when I go running, I won't be using any more sticky notes at work, and hopefully those weights found a new home somewhere. So I just want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.